Ballistics experts in the Senzo Meyiwa trial have been tussling over whether the bullet found at the Meyiwa crime scene matches the firearm recovered from Mthobisi Mncube. The ballistics expert for the defense says there is not sufficient evidence to match the bullet to the firearm, while the state's Christopher Mangena is adamant that he found enough markings to make a match. Mangena is under cross-examination after he gave evidence last year. 5 men are on trial for the 2014 murder of the former Bafana Bafana captain. Mnisi was in court and filed this report.
What is arguably the most critical piece of evidence in the Senzo Meyiwa case has experts locking horns. And the big question is whether the bullet recovered at the murder scene of the former Bafana Bafana captain matches the firearm that was recovered from accused number 3, Mthobisi Mncube. The state's expert, Christopher Mangena, is adamant that no two firearms produce the same unique markings on a bullet.
Just from my understanding, you talk about striations, grooves, lens, etc. Is there a firearm in the world which has, are there two firearms or more, which have the similar striations or grooves inside the barrel?
Inside the barrel?
Yeah.
No, my lord.
Never, never, ever.
Unless if we have to check all the firearms in the world, but the ones that we have ever checked, no.
Mangena told the court that he tested the same type of bullet as the one found at the crime scene with the firearm that was recovered from Mncube, and is adamant that they matched. In a demonstration requested by the defense that had the court glued to the screen showing evidence in court, Mangena identified at least 7 markings that he says matches the individual characteristics that he says would be left by Mncube's alleged gun. But the defense expert is of a different view.
Having consulted with our expert, and he will come and tell this court that what you purported to be matches, be it the 6, the 5, and the 2, are not matches, because the application of CMS says the matching must be consecutive, that there should not be a break.
There should
when
not
you
be
count,
a break.
Yes, when you count the striations.
No, that's not how it works. The consecutive matching stria, you have your consecutive matching stria. As long as your matching strias are in one group and they are matching, there can be a break as long as your break is exactly the same on both sides.
The defense says the class characteristics are the same, but the individual or unique markings aren't enough to conclude that it is a positive match. Their finding is that the results are inconclusive. They beam the results of tests that the defense's ballistic expert conducted on a different firearm and bullet in a bid to demonstrate that another firearm could leave the same markings.
So the purpose was to show the reproducibility of this, to show that the so-called match can be produced by a different firearm. And that exercise was performed in the presence of
yes,
the
let's hear your answer there.
No, my lord, when you look at it, it's only where at the base where it started. But the minute you start moving it towards the front, there's a complete different markings on those ones. So where they start, they can match. It's not that it's only this one. You can do it with many other bullets, where you can force it to match where you started. But the minute you start moving it towards the center, you see a complete different marks.
Mangena tells the court that he got 4 of his peers to review his findings and they all agreed with him. But only one deposed a statement. He's back in the witness stand on Thursday. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Mnisi at the High Court in Pretoria.